Preparing live stream. Content of this meeting is being sent to a third party. Got it. It's opening. Woo! We're live. I think we're really live. Like, it's still to this meeting. It's being sent. Party got it. Okay. It's opening. Okay. I think we're live. It looks like we're live. I think we're live. It's hard to know for sure. It says we're live. Hi guys. It says we're live. We hope we're live. If it's not live, it's at least videoing it and it'll be on the YouTube if it's not. So 4 is possible, 5 is much better. I'm not sure what that message was, but there we go. All right. Hi, sir.
Hi. How you doing again, Kathy?
I'm doing good. How you doing?
Good. I like your chocolate purple hair.
I like your neon purple hair.
It's pretty neon.
It's pretty bright, huh?
Yeah, as opposed to me.
So, for those of you that are joining live and may not know what you're joining or what you're looking at or what the heck's going on here, Bob and I had, well, I'm going to let Bob tell the story, but we've been doing a fundraiser and yesterday was the day. And so I know I'm in a room that's not as bright, but I promise you my hair is purple. Yeah, those are great. I don't think I can make mine work at the same time, but I can try. But anyway, Bob, why don't you just tell people, because people are going to join that have no idea what they're seeing.
Why they're seeing a neon purple haired dude that challenged folks. Kathy was sitting in a hairdresser's chair one day getting her roots done. And, oh, should I not have said that?
I think it's fine. I think people know that by now.
Oh, okay. So she was getting her roots done. And in that process, I said, how much would it cost to do your hair purple? Because that's her granddaughter's favorite color. And it's her favorite color too. And so she said $200. I said, done. Well, her hairdresser said, that's too little, because the money is a contribution to Friends Together, specifically for feminine hygiene pads, reusable pads that cost $15 a packet for folks in Tanzania. That'll last them a year. So the hairdresser said, oh, that's too little. Why don't you make it $750? So I said, well, if you're going to put the challenge out there for $750, if we make that, I'll also do my beard. No, this is not a filter. These are filters. This is not a filter.
It is not a filter. It is not a filter.
And so y'all responded wonderfully. I shouldn't be amazed, because I know things like this happen just kind of miraculously, as it were. But y'all came up on that 750 so fast, I said, well, if we double that and we can do these pads for 100 young ladies instead of just 50, and we can make $1,500, I'll do the top. Obviously, y'all came through on that also, because we made $1,675 on this venture. And so for $1,675, y'all got purple. I got purple and y'all got to see it. So I thank you from the bottom of my heart, and on behalf of the young ladies who will benefit from this. I thank you. I thank you. I thank you.
It's been a lot of fun. Those of you, I know a lot of you have checked on me. You checked on me all week because people in my real circle know that I don't do things out of my comfort zone very often. But it's been a lot of fun, and it's just been great. So many people contributed, and because this money didn't come from like two big donors or something. It came from a whole bunch of you sending $15. And that's what Friends Together was founded on, right? That's how we started, was the idea that hand in hand we all make a difference. And not saying that if a donor with a big donation came through, we wouldn't take that. Of course we would. But all our programs run thanks to, small dollar donations and folks like you that keep us going. So now we have another volunteer doing another big thing for a fundraiser. And so Bob is pumping her up right now. So Bob, what else do we have going on?
We have a young lady who has challenged, if $3,000 in contributions, now that sounds a lot, but $15 at a time, just got this purple. She's doing a $3,000 challenge that if $3,000 is donated to Friends Together, she will jump out of an airplane. Good for her.
Good for her. Good for her. Yes, those of you, don't write me and ask me how Bob does that. It's his own special mighty Smurf power. Because I know some of you are going to ask, and trust us, we've tried to figure that. So Shayna, who lives part of the time in Arizona, part of the time in California, is who's gonna do the whole plane thing. Sheena is some kind of special lady. She was signed up to go with us to Tanzania when COVID hit, and she went. She took our supplies we couldn't take, and she went and she climbed the mountain by herself. So when I say that she's brave, well, obviously Bruce was with her, but by herself as in no other Friends Together peeps. She's incredible, but heights are not her thing. And until recently, she's not been a flyer. And so this is really, really, truly pushing her limits out there. So if any of you would like to help with that, send your donation, just put a notation, skydive, or just text me and tell me that's what you're doing. That would be fantastic. But also, if some of you want to do something to help us, it doesn't have to be something hard. It doesn't have to be something major. In the past, people have challenged me to all kinds of crazy things. I've kissed snakes. This is the first time I've colored my hair, but I've kissed a snake. I've walked an enormous amount of steps. Oh, Super Bowl Sunday, like, must have been 2016, 15 or 16. It's, man, I can't remember. Anyway, 2015, 2016, there was a Fitbit challenge, and somebody challenged me to do 35,000 steps in a day. And I pulled that rebounder out, and I did those 35,000 steps for $500. Now, I had to take a day and a half off work afterwards, but we got the $500 donation. So there's all kinds of things you can do. A couple other things that people used to do for us to raise money, they just have a party at their house. They'd have a pizza party and invite their friends over and tell them about Friends Together and ask people to donate $10, eat pizza and watch a movie. But now you guys can zoom me in, if you're not where I can come, or you're not where Bob's entertaining all of you, I can tell. If you're not where I can come, or where we have a volunteer, we can do it this way. You can zoom me in. We can talk to your friends, your family, your coworkers, whoever that is, about what we do. And again, it's these little things that add up fast. So I looked at the countdown clock today, and this man, would somebody please tell me how much I'm going to have to pay for a chaperone for Bob? just for Bob in Africa, because I think we're going to need one. Now, I totally forgot what I was going to tell him. See, there we go.
Well, then tell them.
I
Tell
forgot.
them, Kathy.
Yes, yes.
Wait, let me tell them. You're telling them about some challenges and all. And I want to tell them about the $1 a mile challenge. I put out a challenge to folks that said, okay, if you walk, pedal, jog, and track your miles for X amount of time, it was up until my dad's birthday, the 21st, and then are willing to pay $1 a mile to Friends Together, I will match it. And we got folks who their totals were 250 miles, and they contributed their 250 miles. So I contributed 250. So that gave us another $500 in contributions. These contributions, we've talked about the reusable pads, but Kathy, here's something you can talk about. Tell the folks some of the other things that Friends Together do.
Good idea, Bob. So that actually is a really great thing, because most of you are really familiar with the reusable sanitary pad project, because it's our oldest and longest and biggest running project. But obviously we have a clinic. Our clinic sees folks year round. $500 a month keeps our clinic running. And we also have a pantry that goes along with the clinic. And so when our HIV positive women and their families come in and they're sick and they get medicine, they get food to go home with that medicine, because medicine doesn't do you any good if you don't have substance to take it with, right? And so that's a big part of what we do. Shoes. And last time we were on, Bob and I mentioned shoes, and I got a lot of responses from people. Can I donate you some used shoes? Can I send you some tennis shoes? That kind of stuff. That's not the kind of shoes we need. Not that those shoes are fantastic, and you can absolutely donate to those local charities here. Shoes and socks are always needed at homeless shelters. Socks are the most requested. Socks and underwear are the most requested things in both homeless shelters and domestic violence shelters, in case you don't know that. So if you have those, please share those locally. But in the schools in Tanzania, we need leather shoes that, just like when you were a child and went to school and I had to wear Oxfords. I don't know if any of you, if you weren't from the South, if any of you had to wear Oxfords or not, but I had to wear those black shoes with the white, the white things. These guys wear black leather shoes, and we get them made by the inmates at the prison. In Tanzania, as in many, many countries around the world, if you go to jail, you don't just sit there and do nothing. You learn a trade, so that when you get out of jail, hopefully you go back to being a productive citizen of your community. So we intentionally purchase the shoes from the inmates, and so it's kind of a full circle thing. We try really hard to put as much money into the economy of the local area where we are as possible. Obviously, there are things we take from the United States. Those are things we can't get there, or things that are just prohibitively expensive if we were to get them there. And so, but anything that we can purchase there, anything that we can stimulate the local economy or help, change the direction of things, that's what we try to do. So we need 75 pairs of shoes. Shoes are $25 a pair. So if you would like to sponsor shoes, 1 pair to 75 pair. We really, really, really need that. And those are for young children. Let's see, what else do we have going on? So I said the pantry, we have the clinic, we have the shoe. Our education days are amazing. If you, again, this may be more of a Southern thing. I don't know if people do this all over the country, but in the South, we have field days at the end of a school year, where everybody gets to go out and play games, and you maybe have a big picnic and that kind of stuff at school. So our education days for our grown-ups are kind of like, in my mind, they're like field days. So we have a big party. We bring all the women and their kids, and the kids play games, and the women have education and the clinic. we distribute pads to them, and all of that stuff happens at one time. Of course, across a day, we feed everybody lunch. And so we have a couple of those days on this trip. And so contributions to help those education days are always appreciated and needed. And so, you know, we can't run our programs without money. And that's just the plain and simple of it. But we run it on a shoestring. And we have very, 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 very little overhead. As you see, we're based out of my home. We have supplies based everywhere, but we don't pay for office space. We don't pay for, you know, overhead of any sort. All the donations that come in go back out to those folks that we're serving, and that's just important. So I started. Okay, yes, Bob.
Yes, let me interject there that all of this is private funded. There's no government funding. This young lady that you're seeing is in fact the ultimate proprietor of this activity. She pays her own way to Tanzania. I pay my own way to Tanzania. Plus, they ask us to get folks to make contributions and donations, but it is all you folks doing this privately. It's not the government providing assistance and funding or grants in those ways. So if you know of a company that might be able to share toothbrushes or medical supplies or other items that might be needed, or just a company like Kroger's here in Arkansas has a program where charities can get on board. And so then the groceries that folks buy on their Kroger card, a small percentage of that goes to that charity. And so if you know of something like that, then please consider getting with that agency or company and say, hey, will you put Friends Together Inc. on your list of charities? And I know that this young lady will be happy to give you assistance on making that happen. Tell them about it, Kathy.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So a lot of you may know, you may not know, but we've been an Amazon Smiles charity since its inception. And in early this year, Amazon decided to terminate their Smiles campaign, which was really sad for us and many, many small charities, because that was like the Kroger thing. And so we do miss that, but we are approved by many, many, many corporations for matching donations. So if you do have a company you work for, you work with, that's always a thing. I'll put a plug out there because I know that I have a lot of pharmaceutical folks that are on my page. My Walgreens contact is no more. So if you are a Walgreens contact, or you work for an organization that gives away Frisbees at your events, Walgreens has been great over the last number of years about donating Frisbees and stuff for us to take, because they give those away at events in the US. And so they donated many, many Frisbees to us over the years. So those kinds of things we're always still looking for too. But Bob did mention the toothbrushes. We are definitely short on toothbrushes this year. So it doesn't have to be, again, it can be something your organization already has. Or if you're a dentist office or a primary care office and you have stuff, gloves, extra boxes of gloves, or things you know that we could benefit from. That's the kind of stuff that can really help as well. And we definitely gladly give you a charity letter for your taxes if you need it, or anything like that. So you can check out our YouTube at Friends. So the YouTube link is Friends with a space Together Inc. And there's no space. I know that sounds weird, but we don't have enough followers to have our own privatized, personalized URL for YouTube yet. So if you go there, please hit subscribe, because once we hit a certain number of subscribers, we can have our own URL. So that would be great. But you can check out all our videos are there. Our Facebook page is Friends Together with a hyphen in it. our website, friendstogether.org. So if you're seeing this and you're not quite sure what all we do, please check it out. Please don't hesitate to shoot us an email, shoot us a text, ask somebody you know that's been involved with us or might have information that you would want to know. We always need volunteers. We need local volunteers. We need volunteers willing to travel to Tanzania. And we also need volunteers that are willing to do things in their own local communities always. So there's plenty of opportunities. If you have a student who is looking for community service hours, we always have projects they can work on. And if you are a college student and you are looking for a internship, I'm always entertained the thought of interns and enjoy having them. So that's always a possibility as well. It looks like Bob has something to share. Yes, so Shayna's skydiving. And you can see it's got the little card on it. I can't tell, I don't think Ashley's on, but I will post the pledge card in the comments of this if you can't see that, but our Zelle is 863-559-8667. Our Venmo is Kathy with a hyphen Pickett, Pickett, with a dash and a 5. And our Cash App is $, Kathy Kilpatrick. Or of course on our website at friendstogether.org. So reach out. Again, $5 makes a big difference. Hand in hand, we can do this for sure. Anything you want to add, Bob?
I want to add that I hope everyone who's viewing this passes it on to their friends, that you watch the YouTube channel because you'll learn more than I ever knew, and that you just have the best day that you possibly can, purple or not.
Purple or not. Oh, and I see the question here. So somebody just asked, is it too late to go? It is never too late to go. We go every summer. It is not too late to go now if you have a passport and if you can work into our dates. So send me a message on Messenger and I will get you the information, or you can shoot me a call. My phone number is in my profile on Facebook, so you can just go there and pull it and give me a call if you'd like to talk about that, because it's never too late, and it's never too late or early. Not too late. It's not too late or too early. So, all right, gang. Well, we will be back. I probably will be back tomorrow morning with a mental health thing going on, and we will just keep you guys posted as we go. I know Bob might be the mental health guest as well, so we can just keep you guys posted, and we appreciate all of you. And again, without your help, we couldn't make any of this happen. So thanks for being here. All right.
Bye, Kathy.
Bye, hun. Now, how do I start? Maybe bye. Maybe.
Well, or let me throw in a few more confettis and balloons.
Yeah, I gotta figure out how to stop the Facebook stream since I made it work.
In the meantime, let me tell y'all a little bit about this twisted mustache. It looks a lot better when you do it with gray than it does with purple.
Does it? We'll get a shot with Bob after Bob gets a couple of showers and sends me some pictures. I'll come back to this post and I will post what it looks like as it begins to transition.
As it begins to fade into cotton candy purple.
He keeps telling me it's going to look like cotton candy, so we'll see. Mine is not going to fade because mine is real hair dye here, so I don't know how long.
Mine was real hair dye. Trust me,
it was real hair dye. It is.
It's just that my regular hair is gray, and gray doesn't catch it.
Well, and the girls were very worried yesterday watching him that he was gonna be a like the little purple girl from Willy Wonka.
And people have been saying that I look like a purple people eater. I have been out in public like this, folks.
He has.
You're still on there. I just came back from a ethnic restaurant, and my friends just kind of went, "Yeah, it's Bob, of course." But as I was walking out, one table had a young lady who was staring at me, and so I stopped and explain to her that this was based on y'all's contributions and that I do it again if need be. And
You did say that later on, after Shayna's thing, that
yeah, but we're waiting for Shayna's thing to occur. You give me the notice when Shayna's thing and we'll go live again for the other offer.
okay, we'll do that.
Let's
All
not
right.
be premature.
I figured it out, so we're gonna say goodbye, and it's gonna say goodbye to you at the same time, Bob, when I say goodbye here.
Perfect.
Bye bye.